just bring you some breaking news on COVID-19, and the alert level for COVID is to move up from level 4 to level 5, and a statement from the chief medical officers of the UK says, following advice from the Joint Biosecurity Centre and in the light of the most recent data, the 4 UK chief medical officers and the NHS England medical director recommend that the UK alert level should move from level 4 to level 5. Let's go over to Chief Political Correspondent John Craig, who joins me from Westminster. And John, we'll talk about the Prime Minister and what he's going to say in just a moment. First of all, what's the significance of the alert level being raised?
What level 5 means is that there's judged to be a material risk of healthcare services being overwhelmed. Now, in that statement, which confirms what we heard from government sources earlier, and I mentioned it an hour ago, there is now a statement from the 5 actually top medics, because there's the medical director, Professor Stephen Powis, as well as the chief medical officers for England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. And what appears to be happening now is that we do seem to be moving towards what government ministers describe as a 4-nation approach. Now, in the last hour, the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, the Cabinet Office Minister, Michael Gove, is also talking to Arlene Foster from Northern Ireland, Nicola Sturgeon from Scotland and Mark Drakeford from Wales, the three First Ministers of the other nations of the UK. And so they are no doubt, given that we've already heard from Nicola Sturgeon earlier this afternoon, looks as though there is a move, certainly, to achieve a 4-nation approach tonight on the question of a lockdown. Now, Wales is already in lockdown, but we are expecting that the Prime Minister, given that he's doing a TV broadcast, is going to announce a lockdown later. Just the statement we just had from the medics, it talks about advice from the Joint Biosecurity Centre, it talks about the most recent data, and it talks about many parts of the health systems in the 4 nations already under immense pressure, very high rates of community transmission, substantial number of COVID patients in hospitals and in intensive care, the statement says. Cases are rising almost everywhere in much of the country, driven by the new, more transmissible variant. And it says, we are not confident that the NHS can handle a further sustained rise in cases, and without further action, there is a material risk at the NHS in several areas being overwhelmed over the next 21 days. This statement comes 2 hours before the Prime Minister's announcement on television, and Number 10, when they announced that the PM was to do this broadcast, said the spread of the new variant has led to rapidly increasing case numbers. The Prime Minister is clear that further steps must now be taken to arrest this rise and to protect the NHS and save lives. Number 10 have also announced, that's confirmed by the Speaker now, the House of Commons will be recalled on Wednesday, sit at 11:30, statement from the PM, then a debate and vote on the measures he's expected to announce tonight.